Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be filming a full face of first impressions because I got a hell of a lot of new makeup for Christmas and I do actually have enough to film one of these videos now. So you might be wondering why on earth are the Christmas decorations still up? It's like the 5th of January now. Well, you can actually have them up till the 6th of January and as I'm filming this it's not even 2018 yet, so that is why, but I'm having to pre-film because I'm doing things all over this weekend. And as soon as it's still Christmas, even though it's 11 o'clock, I'm enjoying my chocolate bar, which you might have seen the big one in last week's What I Got for Christmas video. So I do actually have enough brushes and tools as well to do a first impression of all those too. So this is proper going to be what I think of everything for the first time. So if you do enjoy watching this video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and let's jump straight into it. The first thing I'm going to do is just pop my ears on, as you know I always do. Everything is in this bag here. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime. So for this I'm going to use the NYX Pore Filler Primer Base, which I got in the Matte vs Glow gift set. Oh, so this is like skin coloured. I was expecting it to be white and it's a bit like... So what I'm going to do is just put this in my T-zone and then a bit on my cheeks and my chin as I normally would, because these are the areas which tend to need smoothing out a little bit more. It reminds me a little bit of Benefit's Professional. It says it creates a satiny smooth finish, minimising the appearance of enlarged pores and can be worn with or without makeup. Now I feel like without makeup my face looks no different than it did before, but it is very smooth. It feels like foundation will now glide on. So for foundation I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Anti-Shine Stick in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I have had this for about a year but I've never actually tried it out, so today is going to be the day we're going to do that. And then to blend it in I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Limited Edition, doesn't say what it is brush, but this one. And then also I have this Real Technique sponge which I've never tried out before, which I've just dampened. So it's like lighter in the middle and then darker on the outside, which is a bit weird. But I'm just going to kind of draw around my face. This probably isn't going to be ideal because I have really dry skin. And then to make that blend a bit easier I'm going to spray some of the NYX Matte Finish spray on just on my brush to try and blend it a tiny bit easier. And I'm just going to quickly go over that with the sponge. So my first thoughts about that are it's gone really patchy, all my redness is still shining through. So I think in my red areas, I mean my shadow light's making my skin look redder than it normally is, but I'm just going to try a second layer. So that has helped cover it a little bit more. My camera's making my skin look a lot better than it actually is. But yeah, my skin feels really dry and horrible. I thought if you have maybe very shiny skin that might be a good idea, but definitely not for dry skin. So the next thing I'm going to try now is the Primark My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer. I got this in the shade Nude Beige. Now I think this is the lightest one that they do because it was the lightest one I could find in store, but it still looks really dark. There might be a lighter one, I just couldn't get hold of one. So this was £2 and it says it's medium coverage with vitamin E and aloe vera. So first off I'm just going to put that on my troublesome areas and then I'll come back to you for I'll put it under my eyes. So it has an applicator like the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Yeah, that's way too dark. So that's where I'd normally kind of initially conceal. I'm going to go blending that in with this sponge. I would say that does as it says, it's a medium coverage. It has definitely covered some of that redness up. So let's try it under my eyes now and see how that works. I hope it's not one that stings your eyes.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in.
This sponge is the most awkward shape to get in the corners of your eyes. But you know what? That has concealed a bit, so I'm pretty happy with that concealer for £2. The next thing I have is the NYX HD Finishing Powder, which is a white translucent powder. So yeah, I feel like if you have dark skin this is probably not going to work. and I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush. How pretty is that brush? So it's very crumbly, a bit like a loose powder.
I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin.
I feel like that's done nothing, but obviously you can't tell the job of a powder until it's been a few hours to see if it's held your makeup up. So I will see how that goes. Now for my eyebrows, the only thing I have is this tiny Makeup Revolution brow brush, which came in my advent calendar, so that is what I'm going to be using. And then I have the Makeup Revolution eyebrow kit. I'm not sure which shade this kit is in, but it's got 3 powders, a wax and then a highlight. So I am probably going to use this shade here because it looks like the coolest tone one, and if I need to dip into another I will.
You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel...
I feel like that's a pretty good shade for my eyebrows. It is a little bit too dark, but we can deal with that, because if I'd have got the blonde eyebrow kit, like if I'd have bought it myself and it hadn't come in the set, it will probably be a perfect match. Now I know that Makeup Revolution are obviously owned by Tan Beauty, who own Freedom, and their eyebrow powders are of a very similar consistency to this. Now what that kit allows you to do is probably use a lighter shade for this bit and then darken it up as it goes through your brow, but obviously I can't use that dark shade because it is for someone with brown hair. So that's all I can do, but if you did have brown hair, or if you had the kit in the right shade, that would be really good. So now I'm just going to dip my brush into this wax and let's see if it sets. It's not dried up, which is a good thing. Now normally I'd use a different brush to do that with so it doesn't rack it, but that has set my eyebrows in place, they feel intact. So that is a good kit, and now I'm just going to pop some of this highlight, again I don't know what this brush is called, under my brow. That is so pretty. Can we just ask why Mum has now decided to start? Can we just ask why my mum has decided now is the right time to start hoovering while I am filming a video? So for eyeshadow, the first thing I'm going to try out is the Makeup Revolution eye primer, and I'm literally just going to pop a bit of this on my eyelids and blend it in with my finger and the sponge if necessary. Now, I have major problems with my eyeshadow creasing, so it'll be interesting to see if this does anything. An MUA one I had a few years ago did, literally. Okay, so it's very tacky, so it feels like it'll be nice for the eyeshadow to stick to. As in coverage of veins or anything, that's done nothing, but again I wouldn't expect it to. So for my actual eyeshadow, I have about 15 different options. I've got the Makeup Revolution 144 Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette Collection 2018. I've got the Sleek Eye Divine palette, and I've got the Too Faced Best Year Ever. Sleek Eye Divine is so pretty. That's the Too Faced one. And then obviously that's the Makeup Revolution. What I'm going to do is start out by taking the Duo Fibre Eye Brush from Real Techniques, and then the shade Good Girl, which is this one here, just to set all of that into play. So what I'm going to do is, do this eye on camera, which will be the first impressions, and I'll do this one off camera. So I'm just going to stick one of these eyeshadow pads on, because I'm going to be doing eyeliner in a bit, and that is not going to go to plan if I don't use one of these, because it isn't a felt tip liner. So for my crease colour, I'm going to use this shade here. That was so hard to show. And I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution brush.
Kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything.
So that's given literally no colour payoff. I mean, what can I expect? It was £8 for 144 shades. So I'm just going to take this slightly darker shade here.
And I would change it if I could.
Now I'm going to take this shade here out of the Sleek Eye Divine palette, and I'm going to take that on the shading brush from Real Techniques. Now I'm going to do something really interesting that I've never done before. I'm going to try out the Sleek Precision Liquid Eye Colour Eye Art in the shade Luminism, and I'm just going to place this over my lid because it's a golden colour. And then to blend that in, I'm going to use this brush. So it's kind of like a cut crease, but not really. That looks so, so pretty at this time of year. And the last thing I'm going to do is use the Sleek Dippy eyeliner to attempt to do my eyeliner. Although I can't use these. I think that will have to do. So now it's the moment of truth. I'll take off this and we'll see how it looks underneath. You know what? That could have gone a lot worse. I mean, my eyeliner's a bit too thick really, but we can deal with that. So now I'm just going to recreate the same thing on this side and I will get straight back to you.
2 very boring minutes later.
And I am back, so that is about as good as I'm going to get with the eyeliner on the eye. So now I'm just going to go under my eyes with Snooze You Lose and then highlight my inner corner with Rise and Shine from the Too Faced palette. And then I'm going to go under my eye with this shading brush and then the highlight I'll just do with my finger.
I could swear that I'm famous.
And that is eyeshadow complete. For mascara, I have the Sleek Makeup Full Fat Lash Mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex. So I'm going to start off with the Better Than Sex and then go over the top with the Sleek. I'm not going to kill my lashes or anything because I feel like I make it unfair as it wouldn't be first impressions so they don't have any new curlers. Now, everyone raves about this Better Than Sex, but I'm not feeling it. Like, it's separated my lashes but it's given me no volume. I don't know, I'm not feeling that. Maybe it'll be like the Benefit Roller Lash and it'll grow on me, but at this moment in time, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. So I'm just going to go over the top with this Sleek one now. Oh, this is a strange wand. I like this.
I think I'm losing my sight. I swear I'm hitting the floor.
That mascara is so good. Now for my contour I have the option of either this cream palette or the Ultimate Blush and Light palette, so I'm going to go for this one because there is a lot of options in here. I've just snapped the thing off so now it doesn't close. Great. So I think I'm going to go for this shade here. Then I've just got the Real Techniques contour brush.
I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more.
So it's definitely warmed my face up, I would say. I'm just going to blend it in with the Real Techniques buffing brush. Now I'm going to grab the NYX Away We Glow Illuminating Powder and use this half here just to warm my face up a little bit more because we're looking very pale at this time of year. That'll do. Now for blush, this palette again, and I think I'm probably going to go for these two shades here, and I'm just going to have to do that on this contour brush because that's all I've got. Now, as we know, I've had a few disasters with blush on this channel before, but I think this time we're just about safe. Now I'm going to use the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator just on the high points of my cheeks underneath my highlighter. This reminds me of the Benefit High Beam. Very pretty. And now to powder the whole of my face, I'm going to use the buffing brush and then this shade here because I don't actually have a new powder to try. I always do my actual highlight on top of my powder just because I feel like that makes it pop a little bit more. So obviously powder you mattify in. So that is that. Now for my highlight I'm going to go for this shade here and I'm going to use the setting brush which I used before. Wow, that is glowing to the gods. I officially love that highlighter, look at that glow. And to finish off we just have to do lips. So I have 30 different choices of NYX lip lingeries. So the one I have gone for in the end is shade Lie to Me, which is this purple one here. So I'll just bring you in a little bit. So it just comes on a normal one.
You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should.
That is a very, very purpley colour, but you know what, it is quite similar to the one on the tube. I like that. So that is the finished makeup look. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will be back next Friday with a brand new video. Bye!